I'm Command Sergeant Major Shawn Carns. I am the First Corps Command Sergeant Major, and today, Connect First with the people. I am here with Callie at the R2 Performance Center, and we're just gonna stroll and have a little chat. So tell me a little bit about the R2 Performance Center and what you do for the organizations on JBLM.
Yeah, so our main intent is training the mental side of performance on a tactical and performance-based arena, which really means like getting the mind ready to perform very well when it really matters. Whether that be qualifying at a range, whether that be in a vehicle, whether that be actually getting your brain ready to take the ACFT and get your head in the right space. And then most of our work is actually team-based. So getting teams to function really well, both in tactical environments, but to be honest, mostly in everyday environments, to access people's strengths, be aware of people's weaknesses, and create teams that have a sense of belonging, have a sense of motivation, and have a sense of connection to the purpose of what that unit's doing.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I think you bring up a good point about the mind, right? Because you think about Army, you think H2F, you think R2, and people think physical, but they forget about the mind, right? I mean, how many times have we all self-talked to ourselves, right?
Oh, we've talked to ourselves in great ways, and we've talked to ourselves in terrible ways that take us down.
Oh man, because you brought up a good point this morning when you're in a qualification range. How much am I thinking, oh, I need to hit this target, I need to hit this target, right? And then you miss the target.
And then you miss what we train. Think of this. You miss a target, then what happens to your next shot when you have 20 seconds to get your mind right again? How do you bounce back from that failure? Or do you just tank the rest of the time?
Because there's no physical in that.
I mean,
maybe a little bit. Yeah, I'm pulling on the trigger. Maybe I got strength in my trigger finger, right? Type of deal.
Right.
So within the JBLM organizations, I mean, how many of these team building events, just off the top of your head, have you done with the organizations? And then how have you seen the effectiveness work?
Yeah, so we average, I would say, about 10 sessions per week with different units. Wow. And they will call us with a certain need or a certain weakness or something they're observing in their organization that's simply not working well.
Ready? Put those blindfolds on.
It's gonna be awesome.
Grab the string right in front of you. All right, my leaders.
When you're that young soldier, you're still trying to find your place. You're still trying to master your craft, master your fundamentals. Then you become that sergeant, and you think, hey, I gotta take action, so you're an action person.
Yeah.
Then you start learning as you grow, hey, I need to think, be a thinker, because you're put in different positions.
Yeah, and I need to be strategic. Now that's what I need to do.
Right?
Yeah.
And then when you get up to my level, that's where you start learning about you people, but you do all of them.
Yeah.
Right? So it's interesting, that path, and I just thought about that today, how we've done that, how the path has gone.
Yeah.
So do you see that within your training too? Do you see, them seniors that are a little bit of all of it, and then, juniors a little bit more action?
We do. We see that tendency in general, but the biggest bang that we have at JBLM, the biggest positive impact I think we have, is really with the first and second line leadership. So those individuals that are being placed or pushed into leadership that don't necessarily feel like they have all the skills to lead. And so what we're finding or seeing is that first and second line leadership really does need a lot of support in finding their own authentic leadership style, whether it be people, action, or thinking.
Don't lift it up as much. Okay, drop your string. String to bottom, say widen.
And it doesn't really matter what it is. It's about honing in and getting really close with what they truly are, and finding the strength and being aware of the weakness of what comes naturally.
And you said it in one of them, that understanding your team and their strengths and weaknesses. Who's the action people? Who's the people? Who's the thinkers? Because different situations are going to need different things.
Yes.
And so you have to understand those strengths and be able to put them in the right positions as you go along. And I say that leadership is a relationship. So building that relationship, because then you figure out who your actioners are, who your
Yes.
thinkers are, and who your
And then, like we were saying just then you get to honor the best parts of the people that you're leading.
man.
And that's when people feel motivated, connected to their leadership, trusting in their leadership, when they can be seen for the best parts of themselves.
Sure,
Yeah.
of course. And that's where the team starts coming together, right?
Yes, yes. That's when different best parts of people
Yeah.
come together, and
Yeah.
the product of like work product or the tactical environment, that's when it gets really productive and really powerful.
Beaches.
All right, E6 and above, you cannot speak. E6 and above, you. Oh, that's a lot? All right, half of the E6s, pick yourselves. What makes R2 more than mandatory fun?
Team building. I mean, again, I go back to, I mean, the Army, you know, the military is about a team effort and team building. So coming together as a team and forming them bonds, forming those relationships among each other is amazing and powerful. When they go back to their units, they're able to use what they've learned here and put it into practice back at their units in their daily work day.
Yeah, and I think what we saw today was a version of form of fun team building for sure. But we bring a lot of psychoeducation that's research backed, that's applicable, and from the sports psychology, the performance psychology world, things that can be enacted pretty quickly to make a big change. That all has research behind it. So really, I think a cool part of the program is, and you know, we have fun.
Yeah, I know.
We have fun. But there's always an element of psychoeducation that's applicable to the units, that's tailored to what they really need.
Yeah. And you said a key point, fun. And I tell everyone, it's okay to have a little fun.
Yeah.
It's okay to smile. Yeah. It's okay to laugh, right?
It's okay to work hard and have fun at the same
Exactly,
time.
right?
Yeah.
And so you bring a great atmosphere to that, right? So yeah, it's challenging. Yeah, we get a little PT out of it, but then we have a laugh, right? I think every single group had some laughs within there, right?
Yeah.
So you know they're having fun at the same time. So
And it was fun to watch different groups start to find a solution. They start to see it come together and they explode with energy. They're like, we're so close. Just so to see some of that like motivation and energy crank up when people start figuring out the concept or really applying something new, that's really invigorating.
No, I agree, 100%.
Yeah.
Callie, like always, my friend, you're awesome. Your team's awesome. Thank you very much for everything.
Hey, thanks for tuning in to Connect First podcast, where we discuss leadership at its core. You can find Connect First on all your major podcast streaming platforms. Follow First Core on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for information on upcoming episodes, as well as all things First Core. Rate, review, and subscribe to us on YouTube and click that notification bell so you'll know exactly when we drop a new episode. Till next time.